So I think what we'll end on here is also thinking about the long-term perspective. You need to think about what is the end goal, right? So, or where is maybe your exit point going to be? And I guess this depends on why you started and if you're trying to be a competitive bodybuilder, a competitive powerlifter, or if you're just dabbling to, build your body, you love the gym and you're just trying to take it to the next level. All of those things are valid. But at some point you do need to think about down the road. Don't think about just right now. Don't think about the gains you're going to make in, the months from now. Think about years from now. And that's something I wish I had done sooner. Um, because when I was younger in life, like you're not really thinking about, okay, I'm going to have kids, I'm going to have a family. Like, what is that going to look like? You know what I mean? Because this stuff can influence that. It can influence your longevity, how long you live. It can influence your ability to have children. So those are all things that you really need to think about and have some sort of a game plan or contingency for, rather than just looking at the here and now. Look ahead, set yourself up for success, and that's all gonna start with just, hey, stay on top of your blood work, keep yourself as healthy as you possibly can, and then along the way, if you have ideas like, hey, I want to have kids one day, like you should probably do something to make sure that your fertility is staying in a good spot, right? So maybe intermittent use of HCG, maybe checking your fertility parameters along with your blood work, like all of these things. And it takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of maturity to do this, but the information is all out there. And so that's the first part of it, like get the information, watch, podcasts like this, do your research, try to put the effort into learning what you need to do to set yourself up for success in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I think honestly asking yourself like what the level of risk is that you're willing to take.
Excellent. Excellent.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And doing it like as soon as possible, like and truly being honest with yourself. Not focusing on just the getting stronger, getting bigger, like feeling better. It's like truly like if you were to stay with this 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, like what does that look like for you? What really matters?
Yep. And I think something I heard, I can't remember where, maybe Joseph Purcher, but he had this thing he said. He's like, these bodies they're rented. You know what I mean? They're rented, like,
Yeah,
and that's even whether you're natural or enhanced, like, but even more so taking that into the enhanced mindset, you are not going to be able to, say you go down this enhanced route, you put on a good grip of muscle, you're this big jacked fucking lean person. At some point you're going to have to give that up. You're going to have to pull the dosages down. You're going to have to come down to a true baseline or come off, and you need to be mentally ready for that day. And when that day is completely up to you, but you need to be ready for that and be able to pull the plug on it when that day does come. Because if you don't, I don't know, but I would venture to guess that, blasting a gram of test and trend when you're 60 years old probably is not gonna lead you to live as long as you could have lived
right,
otherwise. You know
right.
what I mean? So